Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dandadan episode number 11 reaction. So the previous episode, it was the episode, with the after, like the post whatever like happened after the whole situation with those Sarpoians fighting that Nessie, that other, alien thing, and what happened after that. So basically, Ida was still kind of grumbling about the situation about, what's her name? About Momo, but in the end, she like realized that it's not really because her friends were like her classmates were taking it a bit too far with Momo, so she decided to tell them that, oh, I was the one who was spreading rumors and stuff. So in a way, you can see she and Momo kind of made up about the situation, and even though they'll still keep being this like like kind of frenemies kind of thing, they'll keep like quarreling with each other. They're good with each other now, at least. And then we also had the backstory for that alien monster, like thing that was boxing us, and turns out he has his own problem. And to long story short, we had to give him a cow to give milk, and so there was like an actual cattle mutilation, and Okarun was on top of the moon seeing an actual cattle mutilation happening in front of his eyes. you know and then the final section was that guy, Momo's friend, a childhood friend. He comes in, yeah, and that's where it ended. So let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Yo, he's tall. Or wait, is that the camera angle? Okay. Here's an Yeah, he's quite tall. Like, yeah, very tall. Yeah. Yeah, he's tall. No, isn't this is this the same guy who like right. What? R- okay. All right, I wasn't expecting that. Help me kill this. Oh, Bachan. Genius? What? What does that mean? Right. I'm guessing he has, his household problems, as he said. What is he doing? Yeah. Okay, it's just all right. Oh my god. Okay, why are you? Yeah, she's a Chunibyo as well. Fantastic. Not only is she delusional, she's also Chunibyo. All right. What? Why is he walking like that? Oh my god. Oh, okay. What? What? What is that? I have no idea what she's saying. What? What type of? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they did that before as well, if you remember. The first time, like, see you tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Right. What in the? What? Familiar problems. Yeah. Both. Wait, what? What is this? You want more? Here you go. There you go. Here you go. Here's a little bit more. Oh my god. What? He was like this? In her flashback. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes more sense now. Did he? Okay, no, he didn't. Never mind. That's an actual photograph. Oh, that must be it must be haunted and something. Yeah. Oh, is that why his parents are hospitalized? Something happened. Right. Wow. Damn. Wait, so he can see Turbo Granny as well, I guess. I guess everyone can see Turbo Granny because it's a. Damn, he went throughout the world to. Oh, okay. That's kind of great. Oh my god. Oh, that's why she came to. He came to Momo's granny. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He. As a kid. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's true. I guess then Momo and Okarun will have to. Did he not know? Maybe. Okay. Right. Okay, so he doesn't know that's his her grandmother. I guess yeah. Who would even get that? I even didn't when I first saw her. I thought she was like his her friend or something. Momo's grandma. So why am I being surprised that he didn't know that's his her grandma? That is that is the normal reaction. That's your grandma. That should be the normal reaction. Good God. Oh boy. Oh, I see. I think he thought that was his mother or her mother or something. Yeah, probably. That's why he was calling her Oba-chan. So I think so. Yeah. So I would. Yeah, that means he thought that was Momo's mother. That's funny. Oh God. Oh, okay. Enjo Gigi. Oh, that's why Gigi. So his full name is Jin. Like, right. Uh, The teacher's like, what? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess her friends should know. Oh. Oh God. I hope this doesn't make Momo's Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Jealous is an adjective. Yo. Nah. It's pretty damn obvious. Yeah, he did that to five other girls today as well. So he's just joking around. Like I. Yeah, what you sketching? Okay. Wow. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yes. He's like. Self improvement. Wow. No, she's going to eat now. Wait, does he bring dumbbells to school? Ah, oh boy. What the? Pompey. Oh, it must be some kind of drink what they, from their local locality when they were kids. Well, yeah, he's gotta leave. All right. Wait, what the hell? Is that an anatomical model? Okay, is this an alien or a yokai? What is this? Oh, okay. I think he's just he's just making rounds. Damn. Oh god. Oh no, they're gonna do. Yeah. Oh, I guess they. Oh, that's why. That's why it's running. I was thinking, is this some new kind of alien that I don't know about? Oh god. Okay, come on, change into Turbo Granny. Oh my god. Change into Turbo Granny. You can easily catch him. Oh, I guess but people cannot see him changing. Oh god, he has to take. There you go. Good thing he's making sure there's no cars coming. Gotta maintain the traffic and that. Okay, I wonder what the normal people are seeing this scene as. Two people floating. Um, yeah. Okay. Good God. Oh my God. Hey, stop. What in the. Okay, just stop. Will we finally get the second ball? Oh no, he's gonna do. Oh, well, at least. Oh, never mind. How fast is he going? Well, unfortunate. Right. Yeah. So they're connected. She has a part of the anatomical model, I guess. That's why. I think so. Oh, it's not working. What? Okay. What is this a Oh my god. Where is he going? Oh, his heart. Okay. There you go. Damn. But just take the balls. We just want your, not your, but that's Okarun's originally. That is such a crazy statement. What? All right, it's probably some another anatomical model. It's definitely another doll or something, or another anatomical model. It's a doll, isn't it? Yeah, it's another anatomical model. Wait, why is she talking? Does she have a golden ball as well? Ah. Damn, I'm just realizing his haircut. It's changed so much. Manufactured. Oh no, that is. Yes. Tell him. Or tell her. Oh my god, he got inspired by a. What? You're gonna end it there? Oh, I guess it's time. Hmm. And that was today's episode. All right, that was episode number 11 of Dandadan. So we had a new character, not a new character, I guess you could say. She was introduced in the previous episode, but we got a proper official introduction to him. He is Gigi. That's his nickname. His actual name is, I think, Jin or something. I forgot. And he is here because his family has a little bit of problem. Both his parents are hospitalized, and his house is haunted. We have to deal with his house as well. Like we have to go and take care of that as well. Now I was thinking, like, because this is episode 11. We have episode 12 after this, which will be the end of this part. So I was thinking we're going to go and deal with the Gigi's house within this and the next episode. That's why I thought. But from how this is progressing and from the looks of it, I don't think that's going to happen. Next episode will probably, like Okarun will be able to, I don't know what he'll do. He'll probably find courage to, I guess, like talk to Momo properly, and he won't be, even though, I'm pretty sure he's misunderstanding the whole situation. He'll probably, after like hearing that anatomical model speak like that, he's going to get motivated, and stuff like that will happen, and then the episode will end. And I guess it's probably going to build up to Gigi's like story, I guess. And then in the next part, I think we're probably going to go to his house and deal with whatever situation is going on with that, because now that's their mission. That is what they're supposed to do now. And yeah, so that's that's, I think that is how it's going to go. Either way, today we were also able to get or find the remaining ball of Okarun. It's stuck to the anatomical model. Now, like I said, I genuinely thought this whole plot of this show will be find Okarun's balls up until the very end. Like like just like how Naruto became Hokage at the end of end of Naruto, I thought Okan will find his balls at the end of this whole story, whole manga. That is what I thought. That is what the impression I had. So I'm a bit surprised to see he already found the second one. Like, from the way this is going, I think he'll probably in the next episode he will be able to get his ball back, like both of them back. At least that's what I think. So so yeah, like, and then I guess we're going to go into different stuff, like probably deal with other stuff, deal with more aliens and stuff. So this was like a temporary goal, for this show. Find Okarun's balls, a temporary goal, and I'm guessing in the next episode they'll probably be able to accomplish that mission. Again, I'm not sure. Let's wait and see. Because I don't know. I think they will be able to. They found the anatomical model. It has his balls with him. And I'm sure we'll be able to stop him by the end of it. And the next episode, he'll acquire his final ball. So yeah. Either way, let's wait and see. But today we had Okarun thinking about, Gigi and, Momo, and thinking about how, like Momo will not speak to him, will, she'll if she starts going out with Gigi, she won't spend time with him, this and that, all that stuff he was thinking. And you can see that he was going to leave, but then he was like, no, like, like I need to, I shouldn't give up. But then the whole situation gets interrupted by the anatomical model, yeah. Either way, there you go. That is what is happening now. We are on the chase. We're on the no, like chasing the anatomical model, and the anatomical model apparently wanted to meet Hana, another anatomical model, which is a lot older than him. As she said, her manufacturing date is way, way, past. So she's like, "Oh, why are you here? My time is up. Why are you going? Why are you throwing your own life away because of someone like me?" Oh no. Right. Now I'm very curious. How the hell is she speaking? Like, does she have some other unfortunate soul's golden balls with her or something? I don't know. Like, who knows? Like this. Like, this is Okarun has one ball, like which he has left to get, and that is with the anatomical model. How is that anatomical model speaking? That I have no idea about. Maybe we'll get to know next episode. How is that anatomical model speaking? Either way, yeah. So you know, and Okarun seeing both the anatomical models speaking with each other, he's like, you know what? They're speaking facts, or he's speaking facts. When he was saying something like, where is that part? I do not care. You're the one I fell in love with. I won't let go no matter what. Okay, yeah, that whole section. Um, Okan's like, yeah, this anatomical model, he's correct, and he's like getting motivated listening to him. So there you go. That's pretty funny, right? Now, a few things to talk about today in this episode. First and foremost, Gigi, I wasn't expecting him to be this weird. Like, genuinely, I just, I don't know, he's just, like, we have like goofy characters in anime, and then we have this dude here who's like 24/7 goofy, I think. I think there was like only one section, a little bit of a section, only when he was asking apologizing to Momo. That was the only part when he was serious today. All the other scenes he was just doing something weird. So that's what I'm saying. We have that weird character in anime, and then we have this dude here. Like that is insane. I was genuinely like baffled to see him just, I don't know, just do those things, like start busting out some weird dance moves at the very beginning of his introduction. you know right. And there you go. So yeah, that is him. Also, he, like I said, I think he didn't realize that this lady here, Seiko, that was her name, wasn't it? Momo's grandma. She he didn't realize she is her grandmother. So which makes sense. Like I said, like like who in the right mind would think this is like an old woman? She looks like in her 20, like 20s or 30s or something, like 20, like 25 or 26 or something. Like a little bit older than that, maybe like 30. Yeah, that's what I think, like looking at her. And that's what I thought as well when the show started and she was introduced. I thought she was Momo's friend or something. So it makes sense why he didn't realize that's his grandma. He thought that's his mother, her mother. That's why he was calling her Oba-chan. Oba-chan, yeah. Or no, yeah, Oba-chan. He was calling her Oba-chan, doesn't she? Yeah, like auntie. That's how he was calling him more. So, and that's why, in the end, when Momo's like, "Oh, my granny is way stronger than this," where's that part? Where he's like, "Oh, granny, like is this why you called him here? He's here." Just a minute. Where's that part? When he says something here that, wait, that's your granny? I can't find that part again. Here we go. Hold up. Did we just call auntie grandma? There you go. So like the reason why, like, I thought he knew that he's her grandmother. The reason is because, like, I, like, obviously I read the subtitles, but I also kind of listen. So he was calling her Oba-chan, and usually, like, Oba-san or Oba-chan are, like, are used for old women. But there's an exception as well, where you also call someone, like, in, like, like someone's mother, or like your friend's mother, or like at that age range, you call them Oba-chan as well. But usually you use Oba-san for like old women. So he was calling her Oba-chan. So I was hearing that and I was thinking, like, oh, he knows that that's her grandma because he's calling her Oba. But then I thought in the end, like, wait a minute, Oba-chan are also used for as a term for auntie, calling someone auntie, So it was pretty clear in the subtitles he was calling her auntie, but I was more focusing on what he was saying in Japanese. That's why it kind of confused me in the end. I was like, wait, he didn't know that's her grandmother? But then I realized, like, oh yeah, Obachan is also used for, like your friend's mother, or something like that. And he made that mistake. He thought this was her mother, and that's why he was calling her Obachan. Because obviously, who would think, like, you think a sane person would think, looking at Seiko, they would think like, oh yeah, that's probably a 60 plus, aged old woman. No sane person would think that. So, there you go. Understandable making that mistake. Right. Anyways, so there you go, that's that part. Also, a few other things. His apology, as he said, that I we went to like like a house, and at first, obviously, he like made fun of Momo or something. And as far as I can remember, Momo said that not only did he do that, but he also kind of like kind of disrespected her grandma as well, or something like that. And which is something that Momo hated the most. Like, she was like, it didn't piss me off that she made fun of me. It pissed me off that he made fun of my grandmother. I think this was him, wasn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. um, Gigi was that person who did that. So again, like I said, I cannot remember, because I think she's like, Momo said there were a few people who made fun of her, and one of them made fun of her grandmother, which pissed her off. I don't remember if that is Gigi or if that is supposed to be someone else, some other kid. So let me know. But either way, he, like, he did that, and that is why now he, after going to this house and seeing this, like, paranormal activities, and looking, like, watching these, seeing these ghosts actually in front of his eyes, he realized his mistake, and he realized that, oh, like, she was right all along. And I'm sure he must have felt, I don't know, some kind of karma as well. He must have felt, he must have been like, oh, like, like, I was the one who made fun of her, and now look at me, I'm suffering from this myself. This must be some kind of a cruel joke, like some like some kind of retribution, like heavenly retribution. Less, some, I'm sure he had must have felt like that, because you, like, he made fun of someone for a certain reason, and then that reason itself came to end up biting his ass. So he must have felt like, oh, this is, like, this is what I deserve, something like that. He must have felt, and that probably kind of ate at him, and that's why he was like, like, I apologize, I shouldn't have done that. That was my mistake. Now, here's a big question: how can he see ghosts? Like, we know, like, he isn't involved with Okarum's balls. That is not it. Ida became, like, got Okarum's balls. That's why she was able to see the ghosts. What about him, though? I think it has something to do with that house that he went to. He must have come in contact with something over there that made him being able to see ghosts. Otherwise, there's no other explanation. As he said, I started seeing the ghost from when, what, let me just read this part. He explains it here. Here we go. I've always liked places with a lot of nature. I went to the big house, big and clean, and I was hyped in the beginning. Now, here's the thing. Like, yeah, you might be able to, you might like a lot of open spaces, nature and stuff. This house, looking at its background, it looks like it's in the middle of the forest. Who the hell lives in a place like that? Like, in the middle of the forest with no people around you. Nah, man. I don't care how much you love nature. That is some crazy thing you're doing. Stop it. You're like, like, there's literally no one. At least that's what it seems like from the photograph that he showed us. It seems like there's literally no one over there. Like, like a house in the middle of the woods. Like, at the morning, yeah, it's okay. At night, that's freaky, man. Like, no. Yo, oh my god. Okay, so he says, but gradually I started feeling like something was off. Right. It's hard to explain, but things are lying around the toilet, in the bathroom. Yeah, like, he was saying, like, I cannot say what it is, but it was kind of weird, which I can understand. Sometimes you kind of feel like, and everything is normal, but you're like, something is kind of fishy. Like, something weird is going on, and you have like a weird sixth sense kind of working. there is somehow something was different than usual. So then we see this scene of some weird like roots kind of going like and kind of covering him up. I told my parents, but they wouldn't listen. I had to convince myself that I was imagining thing. Yeah, I lived each day pretending I didn't notice anything, but it became so clear and was telling me to look at it. Okay, what? Okay, what is it? Is this a ghost or is this an alien? That's my question. Let me see. You kind of get a glimpse of this creature a little bit when it glows up suddenly. I think it's probably a yokai. You know, yeah, I think so because we recently dealt with aliens, so this must be a yokai this time. Yeah. Right, and obviously, as he said, he's like in a house, like, and that it felt like the house was haunted. If it was aliens, it wouldn't feel like that. So this is definitely some ghost or yokai or some spirit. Okay. It went out of its way to show itself before me. Right. I've seen it all the time. So, okay, now this is the thing. How did he start seeing it? As he said, after that time, I've been able to see it all the time. So, like, did he, as he said, it seemed as if like the ghost was the one who made it appear in front of him because his parents didn't know. His parents didn't believe him as well. They probably like didn't listen to him. Thought like he was having some nightmare or something. But from that day onwards, as he said, he was able to see them all the time. So my question is, can he see all ghosts, or is it that particular ghost that is actually showing itself to him? Because it's one thing to see all ghosts, and it's another thing to see a particular ghost. Because maybe the ghost is the one who's kind of showing itself to him deliberately or something like that. I don't know. But I think he kind of mentioned that I can see them all the time. So I think he's talking about all the ghosts, like everything, like any type of ghost. Okay, my parents' health started going downhill from there. That's why they're hospitalized, I guess. That's why I asked famous spirit mediums for exorcism. But everyone, ended up dying. Or not everyone, but three of them, I think he said. And then that's why in the end he comes to Momo's auntie. you know so yeah, he thought that that was Momo's mother or her aunt or something, but yeah, turns out it's his grandmother. Right. um okay, so there you go, that is the situation. So you know what, let's wait for the next episode. I'm sure we'll get our answers little by little as to how he could see these ghosts, like what happened, what was the trigger, like that made him be like, I guess we know the trigger. As he said, he started like being able to look at ghosts or see ghosts from that day onwards. I guess that was the trigger. But why, that's the question. Why did that ghost try to show himself in front of him? And all these questions. um Even if it's not this season, maybe next season or next part of Dandadan, we're going to see what happens with Gigi. I don't think we'll be seeing getting any conclusion from the next episode because there's only one episode left after this. I think this 12 episodes. Right. Either way, that is Gigi's story, I guess. Yeah. So that was the other thing I wanted to talk about, and then the final thing, obviously, you know, Momo trying to talk to Okarun, but Gigi coming and interrupting, and and you can see like Gigi's like, you can see that he's like joking around, like he's just saying like weird stuff to everyone, which kind of makes Okarun misunderstand that, and and I guess, yeah, that's why he was like leaving, but in the end that whole situations get interrupted with the anatomical model. Yeah, so we'll see in the next episode what happens, whether Okarun, like what Okarun decides and how he decides to face this situation. Right. That part was funny with the anatomical model. talking with the other anatomical model, Hana, that's her name. uh, but yeah, like I wonder what he's trying to do. Is he like trying to come and stay here, like in the trash heap with Hana? I think that's what he's trying to do, because that's why Hana was saying like, oh, you have a lot of lives, a lot of years ahead of you. Don't throw yourself into, in a situation like this. Something like that she was saying. So I guess he's trying to like stay here in the trash with her. Right. There you go. And that was today's episode. Good episode? Yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, and that was episode number 11. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see Gigi comes and he's like, oh, Momo, like, he kind of introduces himself. Uh, uh, Seiko kind of says like, oh, like, he's here, he's going to stay here. I've already talked to his parents. Right. And obviously Okan's like, oh, who's this person? And they explain to him who he is, and Okan's like, what? Yeah. And then immediately, like, when Okan was saying something like, oh my god, he looks so serious, he looks so, like, like so dignified and elegant or whatever, he was saying. And then he starts doing some weird things, like, just jumping around, making weird dance moves and everything. Yeah. Anyways, right. He's like, he's like introduces himself, and then he's like, "You're still as beautiful as ever, auntie." Yeah, you're growing into quite the genius. Quite well. Come on in. Now, I kind of misunderstood here. I thought, like, Gigi was like some kind of a child prodigy or something, like some kind of, like, genius, as she said. But then I realized little by little that Aya Seiko is just saying this because he's praising her. He's like complimenting her and stuff. That's why she's doing this. She did the same thing with, what's her name, Ida as well. Like, if you flatter her, she it's like she kind of gives you stuff, and like kind of favoritizes you or something. That's what she does. That's why she said like, oh, you've grown into quite the genius. Like, I genuinely got confused at the beginning. I thought he was like some kind of a super genius or something, Gigi. But no, that was just her. Just yeah. Okay. Anyways, then like they kind of mention like, oh, he's going to live here from now, or at least for the time being, obviously. And you can see Ira does starts her mental gymnastics again. She's like, oh my god, she's increasing her demon minions. And she's like, you're going to gather your allies, your minions, and you're going to start Ragnarok. Okay, I'm going to be the be the heroine and save everyone from that. Just you wait. And she runs away. Yeah, that's what she does. So not only is she a girl full of delusions now, she's also a chunibyo. That is fantastic. Right. So there you go. That's that. Anyways, Okan also says goodbye, or no, he doesn't say goodbye. He's like, okay, yeah, I should get going, and it leaves, and Momo's like there, and Momo's like, Okarun, like, and she kind of signs to him to say goodbye, and Okan's like, what are you doing? I and Momo's like, come on, like, say goodbye, say I'll see you tomorrow. And Okarun then says, say see you tomorrow. She also says the same thing, and then they part ways. Obviously, like, if you remember the very first day, I guess that was the first day, yeah, when like he left Momo's house. He was hesitating, but they kind of said in the end like, oh, see you tomorrow. I guess that practice, they kind of continued here, or Momo was expecting him to continue that practice. That's why she was um, signaling him to say that. Anyways, he leaves, and then you can see Momo is talking to Gigi. Seiko's there as well. And Momo's like, what's going on? Like, even if he is, you know, like his parents are, not here currently, can't he just live in like some relative's house or something? But as we get to know later on, there is a reason why he cannot stay at any relative's house, because he needs particularly, like Seiko's help. That's why he's here. Right. And yeah, you can see Gigi's like eating, and then Gigi's like complimenting Seiko again, and Seiko's like, "Oh, are you a genius?" Takes out another pot of like food, and she's like, "Here you go." Oh Lord. Anyways, yeah, and then you can see so Gigi, then when they were washing dishes, Gigi's like, now that I remember back in the day, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have, did that, because now I'm in a similar situation. I can see ghosts. And this is where he explained, like how he went to this house where he thought he was going to have a great time, but turns out the house was haunted, and it is still haunted. He tried to tell his parents, but obviously nobody believed him. And then from that day onwards, he's able to see ghosts. Also, his parents, their health started deteriorating, and they got hospitalized. He tried to go to other exorcists as well from throughout the world. You can see he like went to different places of the parts of the world, or I guess he contacted people from different parts of the world to do exorcisms and stuff, but none of them worked. Three of them ended up dying. So that's why Seiko, she's pretty famous, and he decided to come and ask for help. Right. So he again asks for forgiveness, and Momo's like, "It's fine. Like my granny is way stronger than that. She can take care of it." And he's like, "Wait, granny? What do you mean by that?" uh, all right. Now next scene, he gets transferred to our school, and as always, he starts doing his weird things. And he like immediately after coming, he asks like two or three girls his number, goes to the back, and then he starts like like just doing his weird thing. And then he even like in front of everyone, he's like, "Oh, I'm staying with Momo," and like, and you can see like he's like, I'm pretty sure he's joking around here, because he's just this part. Momo and I are in a parentally approved relationship. And Momo's like, "What the hell?" Yeah, I love how most friends come jump out. They're like, "Stop! Stop there!" Yeah, that is not possible. You know, Momo already has Okaru. It makes sense why they did that. Because just look at this dude. He's just jumping around from girl to girl, like asking their numbers, and he's like, "What the hell?" Momo's friends are like, "What the hell?" We cannot allow someone like this to go out with Momo. But yeah, it's a joke. I understand that pretty much. He's just goofing around. It's pretty damn obvious. He's not serious about any of this. Like, just look at him. Like, look, he's like prancing around from one part of the room to another, and he's just, yeah. Like, so there you go. Okay. Anyways, while all of this commotion is going on in their class, Okarun's class, Okarun is thinking of some things. He's thinking of the future, and if Momo is actually still has feelings for him and stuff. Uh, if that's the situation, then how Momo will stop talking to him, this and that. All of these things he's thinking. He's even sketching them in his book, which is kind of crazy. Like, bro, what? Yeah. And then he like scratches all of them out. Okay. Wait, what did he write? I want to study Spanish, to visit places. I like to play baseball. Finished reading the manga yesterday. I like eating curry. I want to drawing everything. That's wrong. That's the wrong sentence. I want to drawing everything. You know what? This is kind of crazy because you can see, like, damn the details. Like in this panel, you can see the book, like the notebook where he's written all of this. You can see the certain sections are kind of faded, which kind of mean like shows that he erased those sections. And when you erase stuff which you wrote with pencil, when you erase it and you don't erase it hard enough, there's like a little bit of a like an after image which kind of stays. There's sections in this where it's like that as well, and I'm like, damn, that is some details. The fact that they did that as well kind of left that like after image as well, as if Okarun actually like erased it and didn't erase hard enough. Anyways, enough about this. He then like is thinking of all of that, but then he's like, no, I'm not going to distract myself. Self-improvement time. He goes and starts doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats and stuff, all that stuff he starts doing. And then Momo comes in and she's like, oh, Karun, and he just falls flat on his face. Anyways, she's like, oh, I'm here to eat, like I still haven't eaten. She also says like, oh, if you cannot eat since you're working out, should I feed you? And Okarun's like freaking out here. Yeah, and then in comes Gigi, and Gigi's like, oh, Momo, like like you're here, like yeah. And then he's like, oh, you're the guy yesterday I saw you. Are you Momo's friend? And yeah, and then he brings out this little drink which I'm guessing Momo also used to drink as a kid, and she's like, oh my god, you have that? And they start talking. So Okarun's like, yeah, you know what, I cannot. And he decides to leave, but in the end he stops because we have this wild anatomical model running, and he's like, I'm not going to give up now. I don't know what I was expecting here when I heard that voice, like someone saying I'm not going to give up. I thought there was some other student doing something, like maybe like something. Not in my wildest dream did I even imagine that an anatomical model is going to be running like that. It took me a while to even understand what's going on, because I was like, at first I was like, wait, what? And then I saw the other part of the body, and I'm like, oh, that's an anatomical model. And immediately I'm thinking, is this an alien or is this a ghost? What is this? But turns out it is neither. It's Okarun's balls. That's why. No. Alright, so it starts running towards them, and at first I thought it was chasing them, but then you realize that's not what he's doing. He's trying to run away, or to run in a particular direction. And he like shoves away Okarun. He shoves away, oh no, before he shoves away Gigi and Momo, Gigi tries to save Momo, because Momo was ready to grab him using her telekinetic powers, psychokinetic powers. But obviously Gigi doesn't know that. Gigi thought that, didn't realize that, and obviously like he didn't know that Momo has powers. So he tried to tackle her to the ground, and that is why the anatomical model ended up running away from us, which makes the work even more difficult for us. And Momo sees the anatomical model and sees Okarun's balls, and she's like, wait a minute, that seems familiar. That golden luster, what is that? Oh, that's Okarun's balls. And she grabs him with his telekinetic powers. It starts dragging them. Gigi's also grabbing onto Momo, so she also gets dragged away. And Okarun is like, stop right there. Get away from Miss Ayase, which is kind of hilarious, because I at first thought he was running, trying to stop the anatomical model, but then I realized he's running to stop Gigi from clinging to Momo. Oh lord. But anyways, then he realizes what's going on, and then he starts rushing towards the anatomical model. Obviously he changes into his, like he takes out his shoes and everything. And you know what, fair enough. I was like, why is he not transforming? But you know what, if he suddenly transforms, he's going to pay for another pair of shoes, another pair of socks. Who the hell does that? I love how weirdly realistic it is in this way, as to where in shows, like, where characters transform, you see characters transforming, their dress gets torn up and everything, the shoes get destroyed and everything, and and lo and behold, the next day they have a new pair of shirt, a new pair of shoes and everything. They never really like go that deep into like, oh, what happened, did he pay for another one or something, like what the hell. How many does he pay for? How many of these shirts that does he have to pay for? Because every single day something is going on and the shirt is getting torn. So that's why how this is so really realistic here, where he actually takes it off. Because if he transforms in it, he's going to probably his legs is going to expand and his shoes is going to get torn. And yeah, those cost money. He's a student. How can he pay for all of that? And it's a waste as well. So better to take out your socks, take out your shoes, kind of wrap your like your kind of fold up your trousers a little bit of your sleeves as well, kind of just fold it up. Make sure to not keep it in the middle of the road. Just as we saw, he took his shoes, kept it at a side, and he's like, all right. He waited, he looked left, he looked right, and right and left again, and he's like, okay, no cars are coming, right, let's do it. Starts running. That is so weirdly realistic. That's hilarious. I love that part where he just decides to take out his shoes, otherwise it's going to get destroyed. Oh boy. Anyways, he starts running, and Gigi's like, "Oh my God, there's another monster!" And Momo's like, "Stop! That's not a monster!" And like Momo's clinging to the anatomical model. Okarun is speeding, trying to get the anatomical model, and then finally Okarun is able to grab Momo. And this is pretty damn dangerous, where a car, I think, almost like ran them over, but Okarun grabbed them and kind of twisted his body aside so that they don't get hit. Okay, and then you can see Gigi's like, "Oh my God, there's another monster!" Like, and tries to hit Okarun, and Mo's like, "Stop! That's Okarun." Right, and then the anatomical model grabs into a light, like lamppost, and he's not budging from there. Momo's trying to take him out of there and get Okarun's balls back, but they're struggling. Either way, he gets destroyed and then puts himself back together. So Momo's telekinetic or psychokinetic, whatever you call it, that power is useless here. He rushes away, and yeah, but the silver lining here is that Momo got his heart. So Momo now just squeezes his heart, and he's screaming from the other side. And Momo's like, "Oh, over there, let's go." Right. Then they go to this place, this trash heap, and he's here, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to give up." And Momo's like, "Come on, like, we're not going to destroy you or anything. Just give the balls back, and I'll give you a heart back." Gigi's confused as hell. He's like, "What is going on here? There's like some kind of a some kind of a joke, or like some kind of a dirty joke going on here." But anyways, this is where the anatomical model, we get to know what it's actually trying to do. He's trying to find Hana. He goes in, like, moves the trash and gets Hana. So this part is I don't know what to say about this part. It's pretty sad, because like, yeah, I guess this anatomical model likes this other anatomical model, but the whole situation is so unusual and so funny, especially when Hana says something like, "Oh, we are never meant to be. My manufacturing date is so much older than you." And I'm like, what? Right, like I said, I have so many questions. How can Hana speak? That's the biggest question here. Like, you know what, let's wait for the next episode. Let's see if they explain that. Why did you put yourself so much danger? Because I love you. And all of them are like, what? Everything changed after I made you. And here you can see Okarun can relate to him, kind of thinking about him. Okay. Right. My world used to be gray, but thanks to you, yeah, it becomes okay. All that stuff. Here we go. This is why Hannah says our manufacturing dates are too far apart. We live in different worlds. My duties are all over. Please hurry back, otherwise you'll turn into oversized trash as well. I do not care. You're the one I fell in love with. I won't let go matter what. Okay, so all that stuff. And Okarun's like just listening to them, all eyes sparkly and everything, you know. And that's where it ended. Yeah, that was a fantastic episode. Good God. I wasn't expecting that anatomical model section caught me so off guard, especially when when it turns out that he's actually looking for Hana, who is another anatomical model who is on the older side. I'm assuming her manufacturing date is probably like quite quite old, like 20 to 30 years or something. While he's like, I don't know, like maybe like 10 years on the newer side, he is. And it's just, oh god, I'll never forget the whole manufacturing date part. Good god, that is such a crazy statement. Oh, anyways, that is it. That was my reaction to episode 11 of Dandadan. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Dandadan. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.